Hello everyone, how you doing? My name is Patek, I am the most prolific Sega Master System speedrunner, and it's with that in mind that we bring you today, the third in the Illusion series. Once upon a mouse there was a kingdom in a faraway place, and that was ruled by the selfish King Pete, so we're going to try and stop him today. This is the third game in the Illusion series on the 8-bit consoles, but I'm playing on the GameGear because that is the version that I first was introduced to with this from the GameGear 5 race a couple of years ago. And of course, we recently saw the Land of Illusion game in the Master 8, and the Castle of Illusion has been in there before as well. This is also how I met the Grandmaster of the SegaCrew, Reddy, so shout out to him for being an excellent speedrunner. We're going to do an any percent run of this game today. It's a nice chill run, it should take under 20 minutes. And we're going to go and cure the entire land because it's got darkness over it, which is no good. We're going to try and explain how this is a really cool little speedrun for you. So, time will begin when I press start on the start screen. Are we having some Twitch app problems? I'll just carry on until I hear otherwise. So, time will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's begin. So we are going to Castle Goofstein. You might notice Mickey has changed his clothes for once, no longer a dirty mouse. He's a laundry boy in this game. And he's not using the butt stomp anymore. He is resting his coccyx because he's in middle age now and there's no chiropractors in the Land of Illusion. There's a block floating in mid-air there that you have to grab, and when I played this when I was younger, I literally couldn't solve that puzzle. So, interesting game to throw people off with, but that's level 1 done with already. Thank you, Booster. So Mickey is now throwing bars of soap at everyone as we go into a forest, and we've got some dark shadows here who have captured an opossum, and we're going to rescue the opossum because Mickey is friendly to all the animals. And the good thing about this game is that you can collect spare food to swipe into your picnic basket, which you see in the bottom right corner. There's the opossum. So that means that you've got lots of safety. It's not really a difficult game to play, so even if I mess up, I'm going to have a lot of options just to make things easier. Here's the family of opossums who we saved. They're going to help us out. We've got some snakes auditioning for NASA here with helmets on. I don't know why, but it does look cool, I have to admit. And you'll notice we've got a little bit of vertical scrolling in this game, so the one thing that's slightly different with this game than the first two Illusion games, there's a little bit of lag to the movement. We are on to Duckingham Palace, because Goofy has gone looking for Donald, and Donald's got himself lost as well. Typical Donald, am I right? We've got north-south magnet blocks here. Magnets, how do they work? So the lag in this game makes it slightly difficult to get used to the movement sometimes, and there's a little bit of momentum shifting when you change directions as well. But unlike a lot of the Illusion games, this one, instead of having platforming, is more just focused on bosses and auto-scrollers. And the really nice thing is you always get your health back before the bosses. Here's the first boss, it's a giant shadow. You'll notice we've got different lights on different sides of the screen here. They signal what attack is going to happen. It's a really beautiful bit of visual design for beginners and for children. Makes it really nice to play because you're not having to think so much. There's the first boss done with, and we're going to punch King Goofy in the nuts. Goofy's a king, Donald's a king, everyone is a king. That's inflation for you. And the Sphinx is telling us we've got to go to a sunken ruins to rescue Donald. Take a bit of damage, that's okay. This is pretty much the only water level in this game, so you don't even have any real problems with water in this game, unlike the other ones. Even Dime Caper has that, as we saw to my peril last year. And the world record for this game is, what, 1520 something, I think, by B-Trim. That world record has not been beaten in 10 years as we take a death, that's okay. You get infinite deaths and infinite restarts in this game, it's all good. A little bit more switch pulling action and sort of puzzles in this one. The VII's record hasn't been beaten in 10 years, it's the third longest Master System world record. And as Boost says, VIII is basically God. But I will just say, Corbett, you should run this. You're already a legend, but if you want to become the all-time GOAT, this would be the perfect way to cement your legacy. I don't think I dare to go for the world record. The leaderboard is split between the Master System and the GameGear versions, just because there's a little bit of a difference. And the Master System version was ported by Tectoy for the Brazilian audience in the late 90s. And it widens the screen viewport a little bit. There's a couple of little changes, but nothing major. Through we go. Let's give Donald a bar of soap as well. That's very true, Corbett probably would do the SMS. So we're at the Bridge of Destiny and the Sphinx is saying we've got to get a couple of keys. I'm going to go to the Rainbow Wasteland and check out this gorgeous scrolling. This is such a beautiful game. Wonderful music. We've got a carpet shark. We're going to have some crystals of rain falling from the sky. We're going to trap some flames with the soap. Don't ask me how that works. Paul, you're the chemist, you can explain that one to us. And then we'll do another loop. There's some beautiful parallax scrolling going on here. It's very reminiscent of late 80s computer games. Really pushing the GameGear to its limits. And when the GameGear 5 happened, everyone loved playing this game. It's intuitive. It's got much more of a focus on the boss fights and on beats of play. It's not something you need to go learning a million stages for. Bonding. Lol. So we've got a caterpillar fight here. And I mentioned about the momentum in this game. And that's the one thing that can be slightly difficult, is you take a little bit more momentum when you jump. So sometimes that can throw you off. And if you're good or lucky, you can manipulate so that you can kill the right segments of this caterpillar to avoid it doing long attacks like the fire. That fire is going to go all the way across the screen. That's 5 seconds of my life I'll never get back. No problem there. There we go, Caterpillar is down. We're going to go to the coolest level in the game now, which is the Crystal Forest. And in Britain we had the most famous game show of all time, was the Crystal Maze. And it reminds me of that, to be honest. We've got lovely RGB worms. We've got beautiful spinning doors. And we are going to meet the chess pawn who wants to be king for a day because he's been watching The Lion King. Not today, sunshine, I'm going to once on your head. We've got a little bit of vertical levelling here as well, so we've got some prisms of light, and that's a clue to the next puzzle, because we're going to have to solve a puzzle with a prism. Of course, I love my donuts, but I'm also going to pick up a gem just for some score. Is this a donut? Yes, it is. So that donut's going to store in my inventory, and that means if I run out of health, I won't actually die, I'll just get respawned, which is really nice. Do a bit of backwards damage boosting. Play with the pawn. We're coming up on the coolest effect in the whole game as we go through a sort of a jelly-like substance. I'm not sure quite why Mickey is swimming in jelly, but to be fair, he swims in everything, so you know. Maybe it's good for his joints, maybe his osteoarthritis recommended it. He is getting old after all, this is like his third time now. But you all know the game Portal. And we've got this really cool effect here where we are going to go from the top to the bottom of the screen. And if you're really, really cool or really lucky, you can kill 2 of these blocks in one go. Not today. That's just showing off now, it's just like, look at what Sega can do that Nintendo can't. And quite rightly as well. The next boss battle is one of the difficult ones because you can gain or lose a lot of cycles without doing too much wrong, and it's partly because of the momentum and the tight timing. So we're going to meet Katy Perry's lion before he became famous. And Katy Perry's lion is so loud that not only do we hear him roar, but we can actually stand on the letters as we go as well. 1 damage boost there. We're going to have to wait a cycle here. So I've only got 1 health, but I'll get it all back. Now the momentum in this is really awkward, so don't be surprised if I lose a few cycles. I found a kind of a setup like that, which sometimes works. And the lion's going to move about, and we'll try and get him. There we go, that's good. Oop, that's okay. Getting any of those raw hits always feels good. That is certainly one of the things that makes grinding this time difficult. Plus the RNG there where, like, I couldn't hit the wolf on that one. There we go. Pretty good. And as the game progresses, instead of getting power stars like in the first couple of games, the game automatically upgrades your health bar. So by now, in the Garden of Illusions, I've got 5 health to start with, which is really nice. Got a very Disney-esque vibe here. We've got a nose in the air and a crab that's doing the gardening. Lovely big leaves there as well for a BLT. And again, one of these half off the air blocks. Quickly falling down to throw it. Turn the nasty thing into a hummingbird. And through. And then we're going to climb on a flower. Ride a music note all the way to the top of the sky. Do a bit of jumping. Now, I know what you're all thinking. This is a Mickey game. Where's the dragon killing? Fear not. We are about to kill a dragon now. We're going to rescue the Tree of Life. And the Tree of Life is going to give us a dragonfly. We get this absolutely beautiful scene here. We're flying on a dragonfly with small Mickey, shooting at stars, shooting fireworks. This is such a relaxing speedrun because you can tailor it as much as you want to do all the tricks, or you can just play it casually for the vibes of it. You can see I don't even have to do too much commentary here, it's just playing itself. And of course, we're going to kill a dragon. I know what you're all thinking, Mickey's a little bit hungry for dragon blood, but to be fair, everyone else is a king. Mickey wants his glory as well. So, you know. It's only the evil dragons he goes for, after all. We've got some dandelion seeds. It's also lovely. Pete is hiding at the moment because he's too scared to go and do the dirty work himself. Here's the beaver, who turns into the evil sorcerer. And again, a lovely bit of visual representation here. He's got a white mark around him when he's invincible, and he loses it when he's vulnerable. Really good visual signalling in this game. Really well designed. So, the sorcerer is going to turn into the evil dragon. What's the dragon done to be evil? I don't know. Maybe he said Nintendo on a SEGA stream, which is a high capital crime, as we all know. And we're going to wash his mouth out with soap and restore the world to its glory. And then Mickey can be a king as well, because Donald's a king, Mickey's a king, Goofy's a king, everybody's a king. Even the Lion King is a king. Here we go. Spotty dragon. Maybe he's allergic to something in the fabric softener. Bounce him on the head. Duck under as he flies. This dragon always reminds me of Mim from Sword in the Stone, when she gets the wizard flu. That's a lovely mix of sort of auto-scrolling, mild puzzle elements, a little bit of platforming. Easily one of the best speedruns you could pick up on the Master System. And you all know what I'm going to say is that I'm going to tell you all to run one Master System game this year. So far, the crew has ran 59 of the 244 licensed boards that we've got on SRC, which is really good. But nobody's run this game yet this year, so somebody out there should be doing it. Keep adding to those boards. And your reward for watching me play this game is that later on you get to watch me play Alf. Now you're wondering, how's that a reward? And the reward is that none of you are having to play it. You'll understand when you see it. But if you stick with me through Alf, on Sunday I've got a real treat for you, because I've got a game you all know, but a speedrun you've never seen. Because I'm going to be running Prince of Persia, and I promise you that is absolute top-tier entertainment. And I'm also going to try and convince you all that Sonic Chaos is a worthy speedrun, because I know you guys in the SegaCrew aren't too fond of your Sonic speedruns. Let's hope this dragon can get some paracetamol for his headache. Very true, I'm hoping to run Lion King at some point soon, although I don't know when. That seems like quite a fun one. So at the moment I've done like 88 of the Master System games, as we kill the dragon. So I'm up over a quarter of the way to the collection. We brighten up the land, we're going to go to the Falls of Fortune, and this is where you're meant to grab all the gem emeralds. Because we've got off-brand Chaos Emeralds in this game as well, just like in the other one. I'm not going to grab them because we're in a speedrun mode here. Which is funny, because in Sonic Chaos on Sunday I'm not going to grab the emeralds either. But if you grab them you get a very slightly better cutscene at the end of the game is all. And we can watch Mickey twerk of course as well. Absolutely beautiful animation. Here's a Tree of Life. And we've rescued all the animals and Mickey can have a party with them. There's a bunny rabbit, there's a bluebird. Everything's good. And the ancient scroll says that whoever rescues the land will become king. So, here's the final battle with Pete. We're going to throw his bombs back at him. I don't know where he's got all these bombs from. The one thing with this fight, you want to make sure not to let go of your direction in the air. 3 hits so far, 12 hits and we'll down Pete, and that'll be time. Pete knows it's the most wonderful time of the year because he's wearing his No Diggity Santa Claus outfit. This, when I first did it, took me like an hour to get the hang of, but once you get it, it's not so bad. If you drop one of the bombs, it'll explode and you'll have to dodge the fire. But this is an absolutely beautiful speedrun. I think all of you should be playing it. It's really simple to learn. It's relaxing, it's beautiful to engage with. And it doesn't take anywhere near as much of the effort of Castle of Illusion or Land do. My PB is like 1651 time. Pete has been defeated. And Donald has magically lost an eye. Don't know what he's been doing. So we've saved the land. And now the laundry boy is going to be a king as well. We're going to have a celebration. Thank you for the GGs. Here in the Disney block, this is the final Illusion game. But as the shadows fade and the people rejoice, I want you all to get a glass of milk out because shortly we are going to be watching Paul Saltine run the original Illusion game. Celebrations at Buckingham Palace. Celebrations at Castle Goofenstein. We're going to be watching Castle of Illusion on the Genesis, which is an absolutely beautiful speedrun. I will be back later on with Alf. Get your painkillers out. You'll need them. I'll need them as well. And then I will be back on Sunday with Prince of Persia and Sonic Chaos. But meanwhile, let's especially celebrate in the Kingdom of Pete. Which is now the King of Mickey. All hail King Mickey. Everyone's a king. What the price of bread is going to be in this new world, I do not know. Thank you so much for watching. Keep it Sega, and I will see you later.